All right, I want to start by giving all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Rekakwadash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles, the great millstone, and the wise men and the teachers that I learned from, that I learned this truth from, the gospel of the kingdom. All right, which includes the new covenant. All right, salutations. All right, I want to do a quick lesson going into a video that I came across. And when you see the video, you're going to understand, why that happened after I read this scripture right here. It says, it says Ecclesiasticus, which is Sirach and the Apocrypha. Ecclesiasticus 39 and 28, it says, there be spirits created for vengeance, and in their fury they lay on sore strokes. You see, because the Lord creates spirits for vengeance, and he sends those spirits to fulfill his will. You see, and that's why you have people do certain things that you can't explain. Some people may say, oh, why did this person do this? They were always like this. Why did they flip all of a suddenly? Because there be spirits created for vengeance, which in their fury they lay on sore strokes. What you're going to see in that the video that I play, it says, in the time of destruction, they pour out their wrath, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made him. And who is the him that made these spirits? The Most High Yahweh. Now, let's do some more. All right. Yeah, I can read this part. It says, let me zoom in. It's the next verse. 29. I just read 28. This is 29. It says fire, hell, famine, and death. You see? And as you're going to see in the video, you're going to see that death. It says all these were created for vengeance. It says teeth of wild beast. It says scorpions, serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction. All right. It says they shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon the earth when need is. And when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. You see? Now let's watch one of those spirits created for vengeance in action. Let's play the video. Now this is a recent story. It says 14-year-old, killer. She killed her mother. Well, I heard that it was over a cell phone, but let's watch the video. Let's play it.
The polymer that we're making here at our new facility is called polypropylene. This is a case about Carly Madison Gregg. Carly Gregg has been charged with murdering her mother, Ashley Smiley, and attempting to murder her stepfather, Heath Smiley. She's also been charged with tampering with physical evidence for removing a camera and hiding it that captured a portion of the events. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll hear testimony throughout the next few days during this case. You'll hear about some secret life that Carly lived. You'll hear that Carly had a secret boyfriend. You'll hear that Carly had a secret iPod, that she had secret social media accounts that she was using to communicate with people on this iPod when her parents had taken her phone away. You'll hear that she was secretly cutting on her thigh using a knife. You'll hear that she secretly had burner phones her mom and stepdad didn't know about that she was using. You'll hear that she had secret weed vape pens and that she was secretly smoking those vape pens and getting high before going to school at times. Ladies and gentlemen, that's not why we're here, though. We're here because of what she did on March the 19th, 2024. We expect that you'll hear that Carly is the daughter of Ashley Smiley, the stepdaughter of Heath Smiley, that Heath and Ashley were married sometime in 2020. You'll hear that Carly's biological father had not been in her life for about a year or more, that he was a known drug user, had violent and angry tendencies. You'll hear that back in January, Carly got in trouble with her parents when they found this iPod, that they got onto her for using these secret accounts and for communicating with people. You'll hear that around the same time that she had this boyfriend they found out about, and that they asked her to break up with him, and that later they found out she was still seeing this boy. You'll hear at some point that Carly got in trouble at school. She was cheating. She'd found the answers to a test and gave them to the other students. You'll hear that all of this was happening about the same time that they found out Carly was cutting on her legs.
And what does that sound like when they cut on their legs? That sounds like the what? The Lord is afflicting, causing that, is troubling that person. You see, their spirit is being vexed by the Lord.
You'll hear that as a concerned parent, what they did was they got Carly in therapy. She was being treated for anxiety and stress. You'll hear that she continued smoking those vape pens even after in therapy. So now I want to take you to the real reason we're here and what you'll hear. We're here because on March the 19th, 2024, Carly rode to school with her mother that day. Ashley was a school teacher at Northwest Rankin, taught geometry. Carly was in the 10th grade. You'll hear that morning, she got in a little altercation with one of her friends, cussed him out. But what you'll hear, ladies and gentlemen, from the testimony of this friend is that he was so worried about Carly's use of smoking marijuana, and so worried about her being high, and so worried about her having these burner phones that her mom didn't know about, that he felt compelled to tell Miss Ashley Smiley that day. Ladies and gentlemen, after the incident with Carly that morning, you'll hear that he gets in touch with another friend, and he's like, hey, you got to keep her distracted so I can go tell Miss Smiley what's going on. Ladies and gentlemen, this friend cared about Carly. He was like, I gotta intervene. I gotta tell her. I'm afraid of what's happening. You'll hear from him that he did in fact tell Miss Smiley. That after 4th block that day, he goes and he tells Miss Smiley, hey, Carly has got these vapes. She's got this phone. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll hear then that Carly Gregg rides in the car home with her mother from school to their house. They leave school sometime after 3:30. They get home a little before 4. You'll hear that when they get inside the house, it's only their 2 dogs, Ashley Smiley and Carly Gregg. Immediately, Carly goes and lets the dogs out. You'll hear testimony that Ashley then goes into Carly's room.